What up, dog?
Back.
I got my Casey's coffee because I didn't get breakfast this morning because my wife left me.
You had a rough day. Your wife left you, and your favorite restaurant closed down all at the same time. That's not a good Friday.
I know. Oh, just for context, because she'll get pissed if she finds out I said that she left me. She did not really leave me. She just left me to go to breakfast by myself, and I didn't want to go by myself because I don't want to be like sitting at a table like Steven Glansberg. And so she goes, it'd be funny. This is her idea. She goes, why don't you go to the mixed plate and take a picture in front of the sign and with a sad face? I go, that's great. That's a good idea. And then I added, my wife left me for context, and it's actually gone very well on social media.
But it's very funny. I enjoy that a lot. And plus, it just makes people question a little bit.
I like to keep people on their toes,
Did you end up going to breakfast?
No, I have not had a darn thing all morning, all except for this one cup of coffee and my vitamins.
You're doing good. Look at that. You're like Hulk Hogan, taking your vitamins.
I haven't said my prayer yet. I haven't trained. I probably won't train today. It's a little booked up today.
That's why you got to start the day off with the gym. We went over this.
Yeah, but it's Friday. It's supposed to be breakfast day.
See, that's why we get all our workouts done Monday through Thursday. So then Friday is like easy day. Well, I say easy day, but then like I was sweating and out of breath more than I normally am. So, but it's more of a cardio, ab, dick off kind of day is pretty much what it turns into. And then hit the sauna up, and it was hotter than fucking there today. So it was wonderful. I only made it 15, 20 minutes, I think I made it. And I was about to die.
I almost went today, and I was like, no, it's breakfast day. I called my brother because usually he calls me every Friday to go to breakfast. I'm like, I've already been. And I call him, doesn't answer. He actually called me just now. And he's like, hey, I just want to know why you called me. Okay, well, I was going to go to breakfast with you, but
we are live. Well, now you know. If Dusty watches this show, hey, this is why he did not answer or go to breakfast with you. Now you know.
Now you know. But it's just like, dang. Well, because I'm still kind of at loss right now. And yeah, I know we got Highway 40 Grill and Sunrise. I'm trying to find my niche.
Well, now your niche needs to be come work out with me and my wife in the mornings, and then we can go do our own Friday breakfast before the show.
That's a hard pass, dog. Because usually I'm scrambling to get the lineup done over here. So.
Me too. That's why we're always late. This is like first time in forever that we were only 2 minutes late coming on because we were both sitting here talking.
We're actually on time. So I lost my glasses. I was like, I got to find my glasses. Now one pair's at the other house because I took them off because I didn't want to get sweaty and breaking. The other pair
watching, he has multiple pairs of those glasses.
I have to
just in case.
Well, and then this other pair was behind the TV and I didn't see it. And I was like, shit. So I ran all around my house and I walked back out here like, I'll just do it without the glasses. And there they were. I'm like, I'm getting old and forgetful, maybe senile.
I told you it's the walking through the doors thing. It's like a portal. You walk through and forget what the fuck you were doing.
That brings me to my next point. Is like, we were talking about Ouija boards the other day. It was me and somebody. And I go, no, that's a hard no, bro, because I don't want to open up the portal of hell in my house.
See, I was getting ready to say, but we just need to do it your house would be perfect. I think that would be fun. We could go do it. I'd say we could go do it at my parents' house, but that would be mean. Then they'd come home and the ghost would be like amplified.
They'd come home and there's a freaking demon sitting there. Sup, dog? And I'm like, like, no, that's a hard no at my house. Oh, I was actually talking to that with my banker. I go there for bank business. We talk about Ouija boards. No wonder it takes me 2 hours at the bank.
Yeah, I know you left me in there about to piss my pants in your truck that one time. Because you went in there and I was like, hey, I really have to piss. And you're like, do you want me to take you? I'm like, no, it'd be okay. And then 20 minutes later, you finally came out. I was getting ready to get in the car with my wife. And I'm like, dude, I'm about to piss my pants. I've got to go.
Oh, I wasn't even talking to anybody then. It was just busy. Like,
but that's anywhere I go with you, though. It's always like it's an experience always.
Public
you are very social and like to talk. And I'm going to go get my shit done and get the fuck out of here and go back home.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. But I'm a PR guy. I try to be.
Well, even more. Let's be more PR. I'm wearing the Diner Spring collection today.
Hey, I made that shirt.
You did.
I know a guy.
I have lots of your shirts. I appreciate you. We gave just for all kinds of. I even have one. I turned our logo into an Easter bunny.
Yeah, that was a bitch and a half. I ain't gonna lie to you on that one.
Well, that's because for little inside baseball, this has nothing to do with wrestling, but I don't measure. So whenever I was making shirts, I like to just throw things onto the page and go, hey, Evan, make this. And he's like, that's not fucking possible, stupid. So I did that with a bunny rabbit, and it was within like
I even had to turn the shirt to go diagonal to make sure it all fit. And it did, barely. But I'm sure your wife was pissed because you don't measure. Oh yeah, I got a big 9-inch rod on me. And it was 3.
Yeah.
Like, well, I don't measure.
But that's how you get self-confidence.
But at that point, it was too late.
Yourself.
Yeah. But by that point, it was too late. But anyway, we've got it's been a busy week in wrestling. We have some Dinerverse news. We'll start with OVW Overdrive. We had Leela Feiss and Tatovic. I probably butchered the name. Please don't hurt me. They defeated Rachel Lay and Tegan Thorne. Once again, I can't read it. I've been hanging out with you too long. I can't read.
Know. It's not so easy, is it?
No. Then I'm gonna put my magic sunglasses back on to help me read.
There you go. Gives you that. It's like on Big Daddy. Whenever he puts the sunglasses on, he becomes invisible and gives him this.
But I wipe my own ass. But then last night on Rise, Brandon Beretta defeated Donovan Cecil. Jake Lawless defeated Jake Lawless. It wasn't Jake Lawless.
You wrote the notes.
I know. Well, I was writing the notes while I was watching, and they said Jake Lawless. My dumbass typed it. Crixus defeated Eric Surge by disqualification because Jake Lawless kicked him in front of the ref.
You said that so angry, like our producer fucked up and sent you the wrong notes, when in reality, you are the producer and you're the one that wrote the notes.
It was me. No, I'm just mad at myself. Just mad at myself, man. And then Leela Feiss defeated lovely Miss Larkin.
Yeah.
But there were some interesting things on OVW last night.
Yeah, it was an interesting show. So our Diner Podcast champion, Ashton Adonis, was going up against their media champion.
Or so we thought.
Yeah, or so we thought. Dustin Jackson. I almost said Dylan Jackson. I couldn't remember what his name was, and I didn't want to butcher it. But then at the beginning of the match, Cal Hero comes back and comes out and tells him that he needs the match more than he does. He tells him to beat Ashton's ass. Ashton looks very perturbed, and they have a match. Ashton kind of beats up on him a little bit, and then inevitably this large dude comes out. Ashton rolls out of the ring, and then those two stand there and stare at each other for multiple minutes, and it was very confusing.
Yeah, it was very confusing.
I was not sure what happened. My wife was watching with me. She's like, my daughter did the same thing. She's like, where'd Ashton go? And I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck's going on. This is incredibly confusing.
Well, and I didn't put that in my notes because I didn't know who exactly, if they threw the match away or what all I was like, I don't want to get anybody upset with me, so I'm just not even going to put in the notes.
Well, our Diner Podcast champion is awesome. And that was...
He's pretty good. We actually got to commentate him last Sunday. He took on Jimmy Carrot in the main event of All Vermilion Wrestling.
Yep.
And great match. That superplex was pretty sweet.
That was. I have a video of that somewhere.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
You're gonna have to hold on because I don't have any videos on here anymore. So I'm gonna have to go back.
Another fun match we got to call was the Shotgun City Sheriff Clayton Clark and Joey O'Reilly defeated Depravity of Limbo and
really like that tag team of Clayton Clark and Joey O'Reilly. They worked really well together. They had a good look and vibe together too. Yeah. I was a big fan of that.
Well, and Clayton Clark improvised. He didn't have a tag rope, so what he did was he took Joey O'Reilly's belt and buckle and made it a tag rope. That was pretty good job, Clayton Clark. I think you are watching, or you weren't one time, according to my notes over here on my phone. So shout out for being ingenious or being a genius, whatever. I don't know the word.
And shout out to Ashton Adonis for doing this badass superplex. Literally,
here we go.
What does he have in mind? He is going up to high fly, but Ashton comes too. Ashton gets up there. Oh my God!
Superplex.
What are they doing?
Here we go.
Ashton locks him up. He takes it. Oh my God! Ashton Adonis planting Jimmy Carrot.
And you got to listen to us scream like wild people.
Lord. Yeah. Well, I mean, I thought the disco ball was coming down. I ain't going to bullshit you there.
Times. I even made multiple disco references.
Disco.
I used Staying Alive. I used Disco Inferno. I forget what all I used, but I used multiple disco references during that show because they kept going up and their head would be like yay far underneath the disco ball.
Ashton did hit it when he jumped in the ring. I was like, oh crap.
Get concussed
but,
by disco ball.
Yeah. But then there's also a mixed gender match. David Light and Leela Fies took on.
Can we go back to OVW for a moment?
Yeah.
There was the main event we forgot about.
Yes.
Sophia Rose versus J-Rod. I believe that was for the women's title. Very good match, but again, with the ending, I was confused. Did you see this?
A little bit.
Huh? Did you see
caught you off guard?
Yeah,
I saw the match.
Caught me off guard. So they're outside on the out. They set up a table.
Mm-hmm.
They're battling back and forth on the apron, like teasing the table spot multiple times, and then J-Rod inevitably low blows Sophie Rose, which I was not aware was a disqualification. I guess it is. And then she was disqualified, and Sophia Rose kept her title and then was promptly slammed through a table by J-Rod. But I don't know that I have ever in wrestling seen a match end by a women's low blow, and I was not sure that was a disqualification. My wife, however, I asked her opinion, and she said that she would kick someone in the teeth if they low blowed her. So I was like, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, no, I don't blame her. I mean, it hurts like the dickens with us. I can imagine. I mean,
I'd never seen that before. It was very different.
No, that's probably a first. I mean, no, it's definitely a first in my lifetime that I've actually witnessed. It may be a more common thing than we know, but I was like, really?
Yeah, I was like, whoa, that's how it ended. Like, whoa, I was not expecting that. It was pretty. Like, it was just a very, very different, unique way of going about it. I was like, oh, that's all right.
Yeah. But
sorry, we can go back to the other. When you said that, I was like, oh, hold on. There was one more I wanted to.
Going back to the Dinerverse. April 4th, NWA Joe Kazana Promotions Nobody's Fool show is actually tonight. And Silas Mason, the Thrillbilly, will be defending his NWA JCP Southeastern Heavyweight Championship against the veteran Jack Vaughn.
Sweet.
So good luck to Mr. Vaughn tonight. And then looking ahead, April 11th, NWA World League Wrestling Slammiversary. Brandon Beretta will be taking on one half of the NWA World Tag Team Champions, Trevor Murdoch. And then April 12th, here in Brazil, Indiana, Signal 10 Wrestling Lucha Domination. That's right. The luchadors from Skill will be making their way from Kansas to take on the wrestlers of Signal 10. The first match here, Dayami takes on Charlie Pierce. David Light takes on Marcia Lago. Aaron Atlas returns and takes on Andrew Bridge. This will be my favorite match. My second favorite wrestler, Hijo de Appalachia, takes on Austin Ryan in a tables match.
And then Austin Ryan's going to become the #1 contender for our title. That's pretty sweet.
Why? You lose if you go through the table. Hijo's putting his ass through a table.
Ooh, yeah, Hijo actually said he was going to send him to hell.
That's true. Logan Myers might have the toughest test of the evening. He has to take on the Bruisador Violencia.
That is a very large luchador.
6'4".
Our champion does not have a small task either.
No, he does not. The Diner Podcast champion, Ashton Adonis, takes on Alacron Azul. I do want to back up a little bit. Yeah, we forgot to mention that Hijo versus Austin Ryan is a #1 contenders match for the Diner Pod Championship to be defended at a later date. So, also on April 12th, Rocket Pro Wrestling, because Mr. H suspended Sam Knight. Sam Knight said, I'm not sitting at home. We're actually, let me rewind. The new Battleground Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Sam Knight, who defeated Killian Crow in Colorado, brought the belt back home. He is venturing his way up to Joliet, Illinois to take on Ryan Matthews, and they sweeten the pot. Instead of just a one title, it's title for title, the RPW Outer Limits Championship and the BPW World Championship, both on the line. Sam Knight versus Ryan Matthews.
Dang. So I'm working on it, processing now. I actually have a highlight video of Sam winning that title if you would like to watch it.
I would love to watch it. Hopefully it's not.
This is a real one. I'm not just being a smartass this time.
Oh, okay. This
We
is a
had
real
Mr.
one.
Sam
Gotcha.
on our podcast, and we opened the wall a little bit. So we'll give him. Well, maybe if this damn video will load, I'm just going to keep rambling until it gets done. But here is a little highlight video that Mr. Sam Knight got from Battleground Pro title victory. See, that's a Sam Knight I can get behind. Telling the crowd they suck, concertoing people, that's the kind of Sam Knight that we need at Signal 10. I need him telling you suck and going after business.
We're bros.
But,
Me and him are bros, dude. Like, and that's the thing. You saw, like, when they released the full footage, we got a sneak peek, of course.
Yeah.
Killian Crowe had to use his son as a weapon. His son got involved. What's up with BPW management and not keeping the fans in line? That's ridiculous. These are athletes putting on a show, and we got people from the crowd coming in. We got radio people talking trash. Sam Knight had to call in twice on the radio show and give a piece of his mind because they were dogging him so much.
It was hysterical, though. That kid kicked him in the nuts, gave him right to the jaw, and then ends up kicking him in the chest later. It was pretty sweet. That kid was on fire.
That's right. You know what? I'm glad Sam won the title. I'm glad he took it out of Colorado, and it's here, and it's not going back.
I agree with those people. I think he sucks.
No, he does not suck. Sam Knight does not suck.
I wish he would just act like that, but I think the shop's closed. We can still get him. If you want a Sam Knight suck shirt, feel free. We can make those all the time. We will bring them back anytime you would like.
If you want a Sam Knight suck shirt, just message us and we can make it happen. The store did close because we want to make sure the people who got them in time for Lucha Domination.
Yep.
No.
The ones who did not procrastinate.
Yeah, way to not procrastinate, people.
That's why we're always late on all of our shows. It is 150% my fault, always.
I'm always 30 minutes early.
He is the most punctual motherfucker in the world. If he tells you he's going to be there at 1, he's going to be there at 12:30, pissed off that you're not ready to go yet. And I'm the part that I'm in the shower still, and we haven't even started getting ready yet.
If he says he's gonna, if he says we're leaving at 1, he's in the shower at 1.
No, I'm usually in the shower at like 12:45. Therein lies the problem. And then it's all right. I get out of the shower. Oh, I got plenty of time. And then it's time to leave, and I'm still in the process.
And then your wife goes, "Evan's been in the driveway for 45 minutes." You know, you're getting better because you do know when I say I'm going to be there, I will be there by that time at the absolute latest.
Yeah, I have learned your ways, and I have done much better. There are times that I'm like, oh, fuck it. We're just not getting ready in time. It's just not happening. And I don't stress myself out. But I have done much better being an adult.
That's one thing Papal Velvet's always taught me. You got to be on time. And we're going to release I released some of the pictures from Signal 10's last show to the top 2. And the ladder match, if the blue ladder was my father's ladder, I stole it. Because I was like, this is just going to be decor. And it ended up being the ladder they used. And I'm just sitting there like, oh, God, they're going to break my dad's ladder. Oh, man. He was in the crowd, too. And he thought it was pretty funny. He goes, I wish you would have told me. I would have cleaned him up a little bit. Because, dude, I legit just took him out of the barn and threw him in the truck. Because I was like, they're decor. Nobody's going to need to see dirty ladders. You know, they don't need to be clean. I talked to Jeremy
out of them.
Huh?
They got the hell beat out of them.
Dude, they did. Like when Surge got slammed on, I go, that broke it. Because that blue ladder only had a 225-pound weight limit.
They're durable.
But the best part
the durability of the ladder.
That's why I even tagged Werner, the ladder company, in that post or in the comments. I said, they make a good quality ladder. And
why is how has nobody done that? How is there not a ladder company that's become like the sponsor of AEW or WWE and like become the official ladder sponsor? Like, even if they're not using your real ladders, slap your fucking logo on it and use it as marketing. Like, look how durable our ladders are.
Paint them black and just slap a sticker on, who cares?
But become the official ladder company of the WWE.
The funniest part was I was talking to Jeremy Lawson when I saw these photos, and he goes, dude, your daughter, I don't know which daughter it was, and it was yelling at the wrestlers and said, don't you dare break my grandpa's ladders.
That's the best.
I was like, hell yeah. But
we broke lots of my kids' grandpa's ladders.
We did. We broke a lot of your kids' grandpa's things.
Yeah. We always use things out of Dad's garage for weaponry, and then he'd come out there and be like, what the fuck, man? Like, why are you guys using my
brand new tiki torches? Oh, my bad. Jared said we could use them.
Well, we literally stole all 4 of those folding chairs from that card table that they had. We took them all out there, and then inevitably they all were broken over someone's head at one time or another. So that card table was no more.
I think we just timed it just right to where he was busy doing something. Like, hey, do you care? No. Okay. And then he didn't know what he was getting into.
No, because he was always just doing whatever he was doing, and it was on the weekends, and we'd just be like, hey, we're doing this. And he's like, all right, go do whatever the fuck you're doing. And then he'd come walking back there and be like, why are my good chairs out here? And we're like, sorry.
We said we could.
Like, or the ladder. Then he bought a new painting ladder after we broke the old one. And then we ended up taking the new one out there, and we used it. He was like, okay, goddamn it, you can't break all of my ladders.
Jeff, the official equipment manager of BCW.
He was the equipment and weaponry sponsor of BCW. Andy housed us for most of.
He may not have known it or wanted to be at that time, but you know what? By golly, he was. Well, thank you again, Senor Head.
That was so stupid.
Speaking of BCW,
stick around, you'll get to watch momentarily some of our backyard wrestling, because we finish the show every week breaking down our old dumbass matches.
That's true. And I think we're at that segment now.
Are we ready?
Let's ready.
Do it. Hold on. I got to share my screen.
Well, you want to thank our sponsors while we're doing this?
Shit. Well, yeah, hold on. Let me share my screen.
Here, I'll do it. I know. I got the technology.
All right. Well, you do that, and then I'll share my screen.
At this time, I want to thank our gold sponsors for letting us do what we do. Wabash Valley Plumbing. They lay pipe. That's our slogan, not theirs. Peak Performance Gym. No peak, no results. RJ's Formalwear. They have sweet suits. They always make me look like $1 million. Stitched embroidery or Stitch Brands. They embroider stuff.
Mr. Rick hooked El Lumpo up with a new suit jacket for Signal 10.
Don't get thrown out.
He was very excited. Spoiler alert: it might match his mask.
Oh,
it's pretty cool.
Hopefully, Lumpo doesn't make the wrestlers angry and then get beat up.
That's my job. That's why we're gonna send Lumpo to the show. He's more of a people person. He's a luchador expert, and it's better for me to not get smacked upside the head with the sandal. Not sure what that was called, but that seemed like it was going to be painful for me. So I'm gonna let Lumpo go. He's very excited. He's actually been sleeping on my couch. He's rocking his home attire and his green ridiculous bright mask, and he's being lazy today. So I came back and decided I would do the show.
What's going on, Preston Spangler? You're getting ready to watch some backyard wrestling from 2010.
We have CJ Spike versus the Jackal.
The Jackal!
I don't remember any of these matches.
I
remember the couple, like the big ones that we did that were.
We got the Jackal coming out with Tide, and then my dumbass with the Patriot title.
And what is on the top of your head?
That is Curtis Wade's hat. Remember, we beat him so bad he had to join the military.
It looked like you were wearing a yarmulke. It was like tiny on the back of your head.
Smaller than mine, bro.
Well, you shouldn't be stealing people's shit.
Well, I beat him up for it, That's my trophy. And then we got referee Billy Dragon back here in the background.
Billy Dragon pulling some double duty. Clearly, there were not a whole lot of cast of characters for this.
No, there was like 7 of us, and we wrestled like 8 matches, so we had to double up. That's why we had Masked American.
Camo Dan.
Oh, yeah.
There is the
Blue Goober.
The Blue Goober. No, he was CJ Spike then. Oh, the fans are showing
Whoa.
the breastises.
Whoa, this is the Attitude Era?
Yeah, we had male fans cheering and showing their breastises.
Wow.
Packed house of 2 over there in the crowd.
Yep. So this was when he officially ended his identity crisis and became CJ Spike.
Here goes the breakaway pants.
Oh, yeah. Check that out. Nothing better.
Pans back over. Oh, crowd
Psycho
is
fan.
pumped.
And then there's the Irish Barbarian having a cigarette on the outside.
Weirdly enough, Irish Barbarian, one of the fans, and then looked like one of our commentators and possibly wrestler in the
That
crowd.
was the SL Crusher and possibly the Colonel in the background over there. All right. There we go. We're getting all hyped up.
Hyped up in the blue tarped. Oh, going hard off.
Look at that jump. Oh, my. Army crawled.
Oh, and then a double clothesline-ish thing.
Double clothesline-ish thing. All right. Preston Spangler wants to know, what's the ring made out of? It is base layer, tires, about 3 stacks of tires up. This ring is a 12 by 10. It's a rectangle. It's not a square. It's a rectangle.
Close to 30 tires under that, give or take. 25 to 30.
Yeah, we took the frame. The frame is a 2x6 frame. And then on top of the tires, we laid about 8 2x6s flat ways or face up. I don't know why we didn't turn them normal, but whatever.
I don't
we laid them that way.
No, we didn't put crossbars. We just used sheets of plywood. There were no we didn't understand that was part of it, that we had to make the
there was nothing to it. And then on top of the 2x6s, we laid sheets of OSB plywood.
Yep.
About, I'd say, 1/2 inch. And then,
carpet foam.
You just Hulk Hogan his shirt.
We found old carpet that had the foam still attached, and that was our
carpet foam, and then sealed it all off with a tarp, thinking that's going to keep it dry.
That's got it. I mean, but for 18-year-old people in a backyard, that's not bad. The turnbuckles are those old school Nerf balls that we cut like Pac-Man, and then we put them over the turnbuckle eyes, and then wrapped them with duct tape.
Yep. And then we took steel cable, ran it through garden hose, and then ran them through said eye bolts.
Yep.
And then there we go.
Duct tape.
We even duct tape the ropes.
Duct tape. But we made it do for being 18 with no budget and no money. I mean, not terrible.
I think we built that ring for $80 because it was 2010. You couldn't buy that. I bet if you tried to build that same ring now, you're going to spend $500.
If I remember correctly, I think 3 or 4 of us all threw in $60 to $80 a piece, and we spent $200 and something on the whole get up. And I think we even had extra shit. The problem was we didn't think about the plywood not sticking together, so we didn't have it braced together. We tried, I think, at some points to brace it together, but it didn't work. So then there were multiple spots where you'd hit, and it'd be like a jagged fucking edge come try to impale you. Then we tried to fix one spot, and we put a stump down underneath it, and then it became very, very hard, and there was absolutely no give. So then we drew a frowny face on that spot. That way nobody got thrown down or pile drived into that and died.
Yeah. There's that.
And that was the construction of the BCW ring. A bunch of children that had no idea. You were literally our best person that understood any sort of construction at all. Yeah, you were it. You were our knowledge.
Yeah, and I sucked.
But not bad.
We didn't even get a skill saw. We cut all this wood with a freaking chainsaw.
Oh yeah, because we didn't have anything to cut it with, and Dad wouldn't let us use any of his real tools.
No power tools.
Just use this shitty chainsaw and try to figure it out. Hindsight, that was probably way more dangerous.
Definitely.
I can't imagine that was a good idea.
Oh, look at that suplex!
Suplex by the Jackal sends CJ Spike down. Look at Lex Spartan looking perplexed out there.
See Lex Spartan weighing in at about good 260 right there.
Looking good over there.
I was fat as balls.
Down to your fighting weight before.
I was drinking so much beer.
Oh, a crossbody into
he's taking his oil. There, Lex Spartan with a push to get the move over. CJ Spike is celebrating. What's he celebrating? Oh, like Spartan trying to get involved, but CJ Spike runs him back. I thought the Jackal was taking his shirt off. All right.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I just figured you're sitting there in silence. Oh, we about broke the ring. We're not supposed to hit the rope that hard.
Oh, shit. Did it break?
No, but the Jackal went all the way into the ropes, and the whole ring was moving.
Oh, well, apologies. My lav mic died. So I looked down, and it was flashing. I need to charge these, apparently.
The rule was you don't hit the ropes hard because they'll fall.
They will snap. We saw that on the last episode. One of the ropes snapped.
Yeah.
Both men are down and or gassed. Probably more gassed than
gassed. They are probably gassed. It takes a lot.
At least we were young and like fairly not so far out of shape yet.
That's when we could wrestle 10 minutes and be okay.
Shit, there were multiple times me and Kurt went like 30 minutes.
Yeah. That was dumb.
Yeah. I mean, it was a fun match. That 3 stages of hell match was really fun.
Bulldog.
I think my favorite of that match is the commentary, which we did skip. If you have one, I don't remember what episode we watched that on, but that was like one of the first ones we ever watched, I think, because we were talking about it. So then we brought it up, and then we ended up watching the whole match. So we skipped that.
And the way Facebook is, so all these live streams will only be up 30 days. If you want to go back, you'll have to go to our YouTube channel, and that's where everything's archived because Facebook only leaves lives up for 30 days now.
And it is Lumsden, my last name, 1221. And then they are all there for your viewing pleasures.
Or if you just want to watch the Powerslam Platter again, just go to the Dinerpod YouTube and it'll be in the collection of Powerslam Platter. That's where you can watch all of our stuff on video. It all goes to our YouTube archives.
Yeah. So that's why you should follow us on all social media, because then you won't ever miss anything, because we put out a lot of shit.
We do. That we do. We're like 3 shows a week minimum.
Yeah.
Well,
some more than that. Just damn near every day now.
Yeah, guaranteed 3 shows.
Yeah, and then we have a lot of pop-up ones. We have a lot of pop-up podcasts and wrestling shows. So if you are a wrestler and you want to come on and talk to us, you can come on this show. You can come on the Wrestlers Table and do a little promo in character, or you can jump on and do a full-fledged podcast with us and talk a lot of shit. We had Sam Knight on this week, and Bob Evans will be our episode on Monday.
Absolutely.
Lots of really good knowledge on both of them. I know normally we commentate what we're doing here, but a lot of really good, like, if you're an independent wrestler, those two both came on and gave us a lot of insight on just mentality and news and dope, all kinds of cool shit.
Side note, there's no disqualifications apparently, because Lex Spartan just comes in here, hits the ref, hits CJ Spike like 72 times with the Tide bottle.
That's BCW had no. It was basically ECW with way less rules and
with a rope break and a count out.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, rope breaks and countouts were efficient, but you could literally use weapons at any point in time, mostly because we didn't know how to wrestle. So beating each other with weapons was the easiest thing to do.
Yep. Or like professional stuntmen, but not professional. Yeah. What was that came flying in the ring?
It's hard telling. The fans were wild at BCW, and things just came flying in the ring at any given moment, mostly because we were the fans.
It's probably that Barbarian guy.
Yeah, he was over there puffing on a cigarette and enjoying himself.
Oh, they just ripped his sack.
Oh, poor CJ Spike.
The Spartan militia coming in hot. There goes somebody threw a football in the ring.
Can confirm was still able to have children.
At least once.
Yep. Look at Lex Spartan and the Jackal angry. Uh-oh, who's coming out now? Someone's coming to save.
Oh, it's the Viper.
Oh, how anticlimactic.
Go to the next one. I got to see what happens.
Dun, dun, dun. Now I got to go figure out where the hell we were at. I thought it would just go right to the next one, and it did not.
No.
Oh, I have no idea. This one? Nope. Tune in next time for more chaos. Oh, here we go. All right, we're back. Oh,
the Crusher.
Crusher's out there.
Has arrived.
Right, organizing the Crusher coming out to fight and cheering him on. Oh, I'm coming too. All right. Oh, the locker room.
We're
is
the locker room. Billy Dragon's in the ring.
Irish
The Irish Barbarian.
Viper.
What is going on?
I'm just smacked you in the ass with a bat.
At least you didn't shove it up my ass. That's good.
That's good. That was nice of me. That would have made for a way different video.
Why is everybody turning on the Jackal? And the what?
Oh, I just RKO'd you onto the Jackal.
Oh, and then that was an acrobatic move.
What a faction.
I think it was just the locker room cleared out.
I think we just cleared out.
That's our entire locker room, folks, right there.
Other than the cameraman and maybe a commentator, there cannot be too many more people left in BCW.
It was a small federation, you know.
We'd have to roll out of the ring and change clothes and roll back into the ring for there to be more people.
I believe Billy Dragon, like, he left.
Oh.
He left as a ref and came back as a wrestler.
We're getting a rock bottom. Oh,
they're just kicking the crap out of us. This is BS.
Suck it. Oh, going right back at him. Jackal and Lex Spartan just taking a beating.
Billy Dragon wearing shorts you will never see again.
I think we were all wearing shorts that you'll never see. They're all down to our shins.
Dude, those are my favorite pair. Those are my favorite pair of shorts because it hides my knees.
Oh, look at me just standing over taunting you. Now what am I doing?
You son of... Oh, you're going to punt me in the head?
Oh, punted him in the head. Velvet goes down. He is out.
That's ridiculous.
Now what am I doing? Oh, now I'm going after Jackal. Look at me just taking down both of you. Had a little help.
He took the entire locker room.
Hey, it's okay. But now I'm standing alone by myself, beating the shit out of you. So it works out great.
Yeah. We're already got the crap beat out of us.
Jordan, I'm going to punt him too. Jackal's going to go down. Nope. I'm going to RKO him.
I was like, how you going to punt him straight up?
I wasn't sure. Nope. We're going to
not. Like, you were legit going to punt like Pat McAfee style.
I think I was. And then we changed the mind and I went to do a running fall down, some version of a cutter.
Wow. And is that how the show ends?
I'm guessing
just reigning supreme.
I just stole all of Orton's things. The punt, the pose, the name, the RKO.
Back when I would create all of us in all the wrestling games, you were just copies from Superstar.
Because I even did like the stomps where like he walks around and picks them apart. I did the like DDT off the middle rope. Like I always just basically copied the shit out of Randy Orton's moves and was like, all right, that's good enough.
Exactly.
Tune in next time for more chaos. I think that's a perfect place to stop.
That is. Wow. You wow.
Taking down
the entire locker room after us.
I did. I literally orchestrated that. It looked like I walked out and pointed the bat and was like, go get them, boys. And then I waited until they got it well under control. And then I walked my ass in them.
I feel like you do that now in Signal 10. You get the whole BEA to come in there and clean house, and then you come in.
Yeah. You always just be yourself. You don't have to change things.
It's ridiculous. But anyway, that does it for this week's edition of...
No, it doesn't, motherfucker.
We already did that.
We did?
Yeah, while you were fiddling with YouTube.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
thank you, Wabash Charlie Plumbing. Thank you, Peak Performance Gym.
My bad.
Thank you, RJ's Formalwear. They get a double dose today.
Yeah, that's all right.
And thank you, Stitch Brands.
She didn't have a phone number, so I went with follow on Facebook.
Remember, I clicked that button this time.
Yeah, I forgot. That's why I didn't remember, because I forgot that you did it while I was trying to pull YouTube up. So, all right. Well, we gave our sponsors 2 shout outs in a 40-minute episode, and I think that's wonderful.
That is.
We should. They're awesome people.
And well, that does it for this edition of the Platter, Powerslam Platter, not the Pittsburgh Platter. Don't want to.
Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah. So we'll see you next week. Keep pushing.
Bye.